Next up, we have Robert Levin. He is the Chief Executive Officer of Emerging Star Digital. He is an investor, inventor, mobile and renewable energy expert, serial entrepreneur, and author. And I think you all are really going to enjoy his topic. We are going to be talking about how AI can give us opportunities to fight the climate crisis. We are in the age of AI, and it's going to be the future, so how can it help us solve climate change today? Please welcome Robert Levin.
Thank you, Jenna. I appreciate it. Great.
Okay.
Perfect. Thank you so much. I'd like to thank Chip Cummins for recognizing the significance of artificial intelligence. I noticed he's using it. It's empowering. It makes everyone who's brilliant like him even smarter. So leveraging AI for climate change solutions requires a little bit of background. So I'm going to give you just a minute or two on the history of AI. Warren Weaver invented computational linguistics, machine translation in 1948 on an old IBM room-sized computer. Now everyone's carrying several forms of AI, voice recognition, facial recognition, page ranking algorithms, all kinds of algorithms tracking your consumer behavior. So everyone's surrounded by AI in their pocket and in their environment. But in the natural environment, Internet of Things and biosensors, I went to a biosensor laboratory in Switzerland, and I can see the future of biosensors will have a very positive impact on measuring changes in the environment and helping us to manage energy more efficiently, particularly renewable energy. So a lot of you probably have heard of ChatGPT, which is Generative Pre-trained Transformers, GPT. It's a product of OpenAI that has over 150 million users. So that's just one of the more famous ones. Microsoft already put in $15 billion. They've just raised another billion. And it's probably going to be a $1 trillion company, OpenAI. There's already another $1 trillion company called NVIDIA, which has smart chips for accuracy in developing AI algorithms that scale. And Anthropic is another generative pre-trained transformer that's scaling. Google Bard, they bought DeepMind in London. So these are the generative AIs that are large language models. It's a form of machine learning. And all of us, even if you're not a programmer, you can tell your programmer, I'm running large data sets on renewable energy for our electric grid. Can you license APIs for machine learning to help us measure the load balancing and all the other things that matter in the cycle of renewable energy? So they'll say, well, I'm already doing that. We're already licensing AI models. So you can actually now learn enough to give instructions to develop programs and websites. So there's different capabilities. OpenAI is known for its advanced natural language understanding. Even Hollywood had a contract negotiation recently where they wanted to limit the creative competition coming from AI. Anthropic AI is known for safe, ethical, artificial general intelligence, but they're all competing on the ethical front. Google has AI for social good and AI for climate change, a $1 billion fund. So they're all working on integrating AI into fighting or helping to mitigate climate change. So machine learning and climate change is a long topic, but it's used for all kinds of things. Optimizing, again, use of energy, monitoring, simulating 3D models, climate research, and contributing to data-driven decisions. So how many of you have used any form of AI besides Google, like ChatGPT? So several people. So those of you who haven't done it yet, just pull out your cell phone whenever you can during the break and log into chat.openai.com or Google ChatGPT login. It'll take you a few seconds to log in and start giving it instructions like list the top 16 ways AI may solve the global climate crisis. Obviously, there's no panacea, no magic bullet, but strategies are already in the knowledge universe, and you can access them and organize them in a way that Google can't. So now, just so you know, AI, according to Kate Crawford, is not a silver bullet for solving climate change, but it's an essential tool in our arsenal to create innovative solutions to accelerate our progress in mitigating and solving climate change. As you know, there's a huge amount of data coming out of organizations, universities, governments, and it's used for data analysis, optimization, emissions reduction, smart building, energy management. So I'm just going to read a list of some ways that AI solutions can contribute to fighting climate change. We don't have enough time for all the detail, but you can look it up using ChatGPT. Energy optimization. AI algorithms analyze data from smart sensors and smart meters to optimize energy distribution, predict demand, and identify energy-saving opportunities. Renewable energy integration. AI can help integrate renewable energy sources into the power grid more efficiently by analyzing patterns of weather, energy demand, production data, optimizing distribution. Smart buildings, I already covered that. You already know that many buildings are autonomously trying to manage the energy efficiency of buildings. Precision agriculture. This was covered. Regenerative agriculture needs biosensors and IoT for precision agriculture. Climate modeling prediction, you already are very well aware of that every time you hear a weather report or wildfire, how it's spreading. But now it's connected to other data sets like PM 2.5. You can measure so people with asthma can receive an alert that it's a climate change event like a wildfire could affect their health or send them to the hospital if they're not prepared. So a lot of this is early warning, predictive analytics, forest monitoring, sustainable transportation, disaster prediction. So all of these forms of AI are horizontal to all the vertical data sets that I just discussed. And it's one thing to have AI in a black box. Another thing, you can actually design new algorithms, set goals for AI, design new AI algorithms with your voice using ChatGPT. You can give it instructions to design and apply algorithms yourself without having any background in computer science. It's all very user-friendly. And it's going to become more user-friendly to the point that within a few years, you'll be able to have a digital twin. And instead of working 5-6 days a week, you will work 3 days a week and then give instructions to your digital twin to work the other 2.5 days. So there are a lot of gurus coming out of academia. One of them is from India applying algorithms to Earth system models, geology and geophysics, biochemistry, biogeochemistry, ocean data, carbon cycles, sea ice. All of this generates data which needs to be modeled. So these models can reduce emissions. They can do smarter routing, like Uberization of trucking. Trucking now can issue carbon credits to be reallocated for purchasing more efficient vehicles. So there's a whole circular economy that AI is participating in. Legislative trends. Well, we just heard from Richard yesterday, a brilliant guy who understands that to do civic engagement, you need the right messaging. That can be done by humans, as smart as Richard, or by generative AI, which draws from the wisdom of crowds and wisdom of other activists, what worked. And it can integrate it into new models of civic engagement so you can have your own Cambridge Analytica, only an ethical version, in your pocket with, instead of disinformation, fact-checked information that can scale and engage voters through conversational bots, doing micro-targeting. Like any other conversational bot, it can be programmed with messaging and achieve the political goals that we all share. So civic engagement is already using AI, but it's going to be accelerating, and it's important for all of us to use this as a tool. So how many more minutes do I have here? 12, okay. So data privacy. There's been a lot of talk about this because kids using TikTok are being targeted for consumer advertising. There's a lot of opportunities for data protection laws in Europe, the United States. Europe is about a year ahead of us in data privacy for AI, and AI ethics are being programmed into legislation that'll be required that all businesses adopt the best standards. So, ethical AI, there are guidelines, and this accounts for all kinds of nefarious uses of AI, like deep fakes that will replicate your voice and trigger ransomware attacks using your voice, using your identity. So this is part of the dark web's challenge, is that we need to use AI for good, but also understand there's going to be a lot of people using AI for evil purposes. So we need bots to fact check and neutralize disinformation, because there's a lot of people talking about AI and faking news, using AI, and using AI for disinformation. And that includes people like Vivek Ramaswamy, who said on a stage recently in the Republican debate that climate change is a hoax. Well, obviously it's not a hoax. We all know that, but can you imagine 1 million bots saying that and repeating it and getting into the minds of young people? So we need to understand the importance of transparency, accountability, and ethics for AI to make it more socially responsible. So again, there's AIs in very many sectors, not just climate change, but climate change is 100 sectors. It's not just energy management and smart building management, but it's agriculture, and it's weather forecasting, it's healthcare alerts, carbon credits. So because we all understand the significance and importance of this issue about policy and science, we understand AI plays an important role now in presenting scientific evidence of climate change using large language models. So AI is not just for writing poetry or shopping lists, it's also for carbon emissions, planning, deforestation, mitigation, population growth, forecasting, atmospheric circulation, energy, economics. Walter Stern is a knight in London, has been an advisor to several prime ministers, and has a book called The Economics of Climate Change. And he's forecasting an economic depression. So it's important to use AI to mitigate the risks of economic dislocation from not only energy prices going up, but also from the shortage of certain EV metals like lithium, which is highly correlated with discoveries of geothermal. So AI is being used to analyze where to drill using sensors, magnetotelluric sensors, sonic sensors to identify where to drill for lithium, coincidence with fault lines that have geothermal. So that's an example of how AI can drive solutions. So I just want to close with a few quotes from the CEO of Microsoft. Machine learning can optimize energy consumption, reduce waste, and drive efficiencies in ways that are crucial for a sustainable planet. Gina McCarthy, one of our great policy leaders, has said that AI can be a game changer in climate adaptation, helping communities and governments prepare for the increasing frequency and intensity of extreme weather events. And Jensen Huang said, in the fight against climate change, artificial intelligence is not just a tool, it's a partner in innovation, enabling us to reimagine our world and create a more sustainable future. So with that, I'll end 15 seconds early, and thank you very much for listening. I really appreciate you. And thanks again to Chip Cummins. And I recommend this book by Eric Schmidt called The Age of AI. It's brilliant about the geopolitical implications and all the applications at AI at this point in going forward. Thank you so much.